Children, this year, Standard 8, we have a book from NCERT. The name of the book is given there, Honeydew. You are knowing it. Honeydew, you would have heard in science, you would have heard in English, and it creates a nice memories of the winter in the early morning on the green leaves. At the tip of small leaves, you can see water gets a small droplet becoming bigger, and in the sunlight it scatters the light. In Standard 8, you are going to learn about that, creating rainbow colors, all that. Such a small drop is called honeydew. Even though it is water, cold enough, we call it as honeydew. It's an English word. But you must understand the first word, honey. It's so sweet, nice. Therefore, the book name is Honeydew. That means these books contain 10 units, and each unit is one honeydew drop, which is as sweet as honey. So the book name is clear? The book name is clear. I'm repeating once again. Each lesson is one honeydew drop. So you have to take it in that sense. How do you take a honey? In that sense, you have to take it. Right? Going to the lesson name. The best Christmas present in the world. Again, another explanation of Christmas present. Many of them are knowing because you have been participating in Christmas celebrations, and you may be having a Christmas friend. Usually, the people who celebrate Christmas, they plan, create a Christmas friend in secret, and they buy gifts. And on the day, in surprise, they present to the particular person. So, that particular person gets surprised and will be overwhelmed with emotions. He'll be excited to see that. So, Christmas friend, Christmas gift is a very big rituals, and as well as a attaching ritual between the Christians among the world. The complete world is doing that. So, the best Christmas present in the world. Okay, it is having 3 parts. The total lesson, as it is little bigger, it is written into 3 parts. First part, one person gets a letter. Second part, the content of the letter. Third part is most exciting or interesting part, is that the man is going behind the person described in the letter. So you got an outline of the story. So in the present video, the first video, we'll be finishing the first part. How does he get the letter? Can we start that? Go through it. Buying a second-hand article. Second-hand. That's a real word, but we use second-hand. Short pronunciation. But understand, buying a second-hand article. I'm reading for you. I spotted it in a junk shop in Bridport, a roll-top desk. The man said it was early 19th century and oak. I had wanted one, but they were far too expensive. See the usage of TOO. They were far too expensive. That means it is too expensive that I cannot buy. This one was in a bad condition. The roll top in several pieces, one leg clumsily mended, scratch marks all down one side. It was going for very little money. Look at the board. You can get the meaning of scratch, clumsily. This word is very famous, especially among the ladies. Educated ladies will tell about the gents saying that men are clumsy. It's a dialogue in English. Men are clumsy mean they feel men are unskilled because they scatter the thing in the home. They never keep the things tidy. That is a general feeling. It is not true. General feeling among the common. So in English, there's a dialogue called men are clumsy, unskilled. It is not the doing computer work or doing carpentry work. Keeping the things neat and tidy is what is meant by ladies. So just say it is. So now you understood. Here one thing I will have to say, roll top desk. What is this roll top desk? A table in which a drawer is there, which can be taken out, put it down or put it up according to your wish for keeping the things and writing other things. Again, you can close it. Such a table is called roll top desk. You will be able to roll that. It is not a drawer, it is just a pad-like structure which can be rolled, used, again put it back. It is roll top desk. Now here one more point is there. I had wanted one. I had wanted one. It is used in past perfect tense. It shows some wishes that I was having in the past. Now he is trying to complete that. Coming to the next. I thought I could restore it. Again, restore meaning repair or reassemble, because that was in a bad condition. It was made up of oak tree. It was in a bad condition. One leg is unskillfully joined. It can break at any time. And the top part is burned, scratches. It is there. You can see that in the video. It is written as scratch. Mean something burned or some hot things are kept in the top decorative part is gone. Now, I thought I could restore it. It would be a risk, a challenge, but I had to have it. I paid the man and brought it back to my workroom at the back of the garage. I began work on it on the Christmas Eve. I removed the roll top completely and pulled out the drawers. The veneer, understand this word. The veneer had lifted almost everywhere. The meaning of veneer is given. A thin covering of fine wood applied on a rough surface of edge of wooden articles. For example, when you have a table, the sidewise you have some reapers. It may be plastic, wooden, because the other wood may be rough. Sometimes on a plywood we put a sheet of synthesized material called sen mica. It is a mica sheet. We apply with the glue, put the sheet and press it for some time, and it gives good look. Such a things which is decorating a wooden article is called veneer. So the veneer has come up. It's an old one. He has to remove that. And after this roll top, some drawers are there. He removed everything. What he want to do? He want to restore it, repair it. Now, spotting something special. Now the story changes. When he started doing it, you know what he was doing? He purchased an old roll top, wanted to repair by himself. He removed one by one. When he removed the drawer, he spotted something. What do you mean by spotting? He noticed something is there. Imagine you are getting an old thing for just 1 or 2 rupees and you are breaking it and checking something, but you are getting some wonderful thing in it. You will be so happy. Here he was also curious. We cannot say whether he was happy or not. It looked like a water damage to me. Both fire and water had clearly taken their toll on the desk. The last drawer was stuck fast. I tried all I could to ease out gently. In the end, I used brute force. I struck it sharply with the side of my fist, and the drawer flew open to reveal the shallow space underneath. A secret drawer. There was something in there. Here it is given, brute, rough or violent. Again, this came from a Shakespeare's drama. The word Brutus in that is a character who is shown the maximum cheating, or I can say violent character in that. He smiles, but internally he cheats the person. He cheats a person called Julius Caesar and help others to kill him. So the brutality means the cruelty. But it is also having a meaning that rough or violent. So what did he do? The veneer has gone. He started pulling it. It was not coming. He used the maximum speed. Finally, I had to apply my brute force. Sudden pushing with the full force. It came out. What did he get? Inside that drawer, there was a secret drawer. Inside the drawer, there was another secret drawer in that. he got a small thing. Something he noticed. What is that? I reached in and took out a small black tin box. Inside that there was a tin box. Sellotaped on the top of it was a piece of lined note paper. A small box in that sellotape and something is written in that. See, for example, I am taking this object. In this, I wanted to say it belongs to some classroom. So I put a paper right on that and I put a sellotape. Same way, this small box was having a sellotape with a paper on it and it is written in a shaky handwriting. Somebody has written. Handwriting is not good. You can see it is a shaking handwriting. Even my handwriting is not so good. Some of you are writing very nicely and some nobody can understand. Am I right or not? Some are laughing because handwriting is so nice. It is written. What is written? Jim's last letter received January 25, 1915 to be buried with me when the time comes. So in that it is written, it is the letter from Jim. The last letter I got from Jim and it must be buried with me when time comes. When I am dying, along with me, this box has to be buried inside. It is the box he got. But there is always a tendency for human. When you get an old thing and when you get a box or something out of it, you become curious even though it is somebody's private or personal things, you have a curiosity. For example, some function occurs in the next house. Even though you are not called, you are curious. Who all are coming there? कौन कौन आता है? क्या चल रहा है? क्या खाना बना रहे? कितने लड़कियां आ रहे? ये सब देखने का. Am I right or not? Girls, is it right or not? Boys are having this tendency. But usually every human being is having a tendency. What is that? Common tendency. I knew as I did that it was wrong for me to open the box. He knows that I should not open it. But curiosity got the better of my skulls. It usually does. He knows that he should not open it, is somebody's private. Still, being a human, the tendency, an internal tendency, what is it? What is it? Opened it. No doubt. What happens? Inside the box there was an envelope. Envelope means paper cover. The address read, Mrs. Jim McPherson, 12 Copper Beaches, Bridport, Dorset. This is the place name. I took out the letter and unfolded it. It was written in pencil and dated at the top, December 26, 1914. That means one person has written a letter to Mrs. Jim McPherson. Her address is this, and it was written on 1914, December 26. You must know 1914 in the world history it is so famous. Reason, this was the time World War I started. World War I started in 1914 and it is December 26. But when she is getting the letter, we can go back to the slide, you can see. See, they are getting the letter in January 25, 1915. Imagine at the time of World War I, people used to communicate through letter and the letter is taking almost 22 days to reach the person. So this letter is written at the time of World War I, written to a lady called Mrs. Jim McPherson. Who has written? Not clear, but date is very clear. It was written on 1914, December 26, that is next day after the Christmas, and the letter is received on 1915, January 25, almost a month. So I think you got the connection between the letter sent and the received. So the story is clear. Somebody is buying some old article, second-hand article, trying to repair it, pulling the drawer, using the maximum force. The top winner is gone. He is trying to repair it. By using the maximum force, he removes. Suddenly one box is seen. Secret drawer, a more tin box. Curiosity of human being. It is written, the last letter from Jim, it has to be buried with me. Still, the human tendency made him to open, slowly open the letter, somebody's letter. Written what? Jim McPherson. Address is given and received on 1915 January 25. The letter dated 1914 December 26. December 26 is the next day of Christmas Eve. So, there are two questions that you can remember. Try to answer it. I'll be sending the notes later, but still, you must understand. You must be able to write your own answer from the points that are linking. First question, what did the author find in the junk shop? Very simple, standard 4 question. That level is only that much. Second question, what did he find in a secret drawer? Who do you think had put it there? This is a little depth question, a question in depth. Do you have any guess who would have put it? Address is Mrs. Jim Person. On the top it is written Jim's last letter. So who can be this? Jim has written. To whom? Mrs. Jim. That means one husband has written a letter to the wife. Is it clear now?